for the magazine. 2 years later, his first book on sports medicine appeared. As his audience grew, his writing focused less on the treatment of athletic injuries and more on his and his readers' athletic experience and how it changed their lives. The burgeoning running movement, a movement with movement, he called it, propelled Running and Being to the top of the New York Times bestseller list, following Jim Fixx's The Complete Book of Running. More books followed, 7 in all, culminating in Going the Distance, his account of his duel with the cancer that ultimately led to his death in 1993. There were other forerunners who must be recognized as well. Bill Bowerman, Kenneth Cooper, and Fred Lebow, to name a few. Women pioneers like Greta Weitz and Joan Benoit Samuelson. But what our father brought to the party was the party itself. In a word, play. While others espoused the practical health benefits of running, he trumpeted the impractical, knowing that running would be just another passing fad if people did it just because it was good for them. Newcomers would drop the sport in a month if they ran out of duty. They would embrace it for a lifetime if running became their play. Play is where life lives, where the game is a game, Dad wrote. At its border we slip into heresy, become serious, lose our sense of humor. Money, power, position become ends. The game becomes winning. And we lose the good life and the good things that play provides. To him, work was mandatory, but play was essential. Today's work does not make us the persons we can be. Work is simply the price to be paid. Having earned our daily bread, we can turn to our daily play. Through the play of his hour-long runs, he became unbound and unburdened. Like Henry David Thoreau in his walks at Walden Pond, Dad found that running could help simplify his life, stripping from it the complicating need for possessions and position. The sky, the air, and the trail by the river were all free to enjoy, and to experience them all through running was liberating for him. Even more important, play became the gateway to self-discovery. In running, he got closer and closer to becoming the person he was meant to be, not someone else's idea of who he should be. He urged his readers to find and celebrate their authentic selves and to take back control over their lives. In his words, to possess one's own experience rather than be possessed by it, to live one's own life rather than be lived by it. In time, to become all you are. It was in this spirit that the running fitness revolution was christened. They were heady days with all manner of folks out there running for the first time, unsure at the start just where they were going. As much as anyone, George Sheehan led the way. Unshackled from convention, he had embraced his own eccentricities and encouraged those who read his articles and attended his pre-race talks to embrace their own. Runners got the message. Road races and marathons sprung up all around the country. Starting lines swelled into festivals. The party had begun. Knowing that most of us were kids then, and that some of us hadn't even been born, we realize you may have never before heard the name Dr. George Sheehan, let alone read any of his books. But we in the Sheehan family and our partners at Rodale know that his message has not only stood the test of time, but still points us forward. We are confident that it will resonate with you. That is why we're offering this anniversary edition of Running and Being. In these pages, the runner, Dr. Philosopher, wrote first and best about running. It reaches high pitches of inspiration, but doesn't skimp on the nuts and bolts. Life, he wrote, is an experiment of one. With all of that marathoning under his belt, he delivers all of his hard-won knowledge on training, racing, and injury prevention. not to mention his remarkable writing on the marathon itself, the ultimate challenge and test.